bring you in. I'm just going to direct your attention down. Oh, a little too much. Alright, right there. Okay. Happy Friday morning. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope this Friday morning for you is as beautiful as it is for me. Because quite frankly, I know it's late. I'm off today. I'm already late to Truth Moot. But at least I won't be deducted points for that. Let's see, what kind of, oh yeah, I was, there is an excuse for this. I was up very late last night over on the Fixed Air Moon channel hanging out with the fam. Loving it, having fun, chatting with some of the fam members, and just kind of kicking back and watching Brian do readings for each and every star sign, and quite enlightening. As a matter of fact, the one for Libra, which is what I am, reinforced quite a lot. And even though these readings, they were very intense, and for some signs they got a little rough, they were very authentic. And for me especially, kind of confirmed some things I needed to hear. So I'd like to thank Brian for a wonderful live stream last night. And furthermore, I'd like to go ahead and get on with this. We got a lot of decks to use today. There's a lot of information that has been kind of coming to me today. I'm hoping that it comes out within this reading. So, why don't we get right down to it? Let's just get that guide, shall we? Alright. So, for our guide today, we have the Void. Now, also called Genunga Gap, that is where the realm of Niflheim, or the world of ice, and Muspelheim, the world of fire, met to create everything you see before you. And of course, if you don't believe that, that's alright. No one's requiring you to. But there are things in flux at the moment. You know, a little mystery is a positive thing. Remember what we said yesterday, the spirit animal. Life is a mystery. Sometimes we need a little mystery. We need to not know some things. We need that uncertainty. And that way we are able to step out. We need to take a little risk sometimes. We don't need to know everything in front of us. Sometimes that pays off, and it pays off very big. Sometimes not so much. But that's alright. Because the Void is included to remind us that sometimes not knowing is the best way forward. It grew to be a part. This particular one, that's that blank. When you're looking at stones or the little pieces of wood or whatever, that's the blank one. Some have called it the Void. I have the card, so I'm going to use that. If there's a blank in my rune set, which I do have a set of green aventurine runes, I don't use that one. I don't use that as the blank. Are you kidding me right now? Hang on. My apologies. We were a little interrupted. And as you can tell, my tea's gone a bit on the cool side. So, as we were saying about the Void is, of course, that's the that one little blank that comes in every set of runes, whether it's wood or stone of any kind. However, that was included so that if one of the runes breaks, you can carve another one. In this case, we're using the cards, and so because of that, the card It's called the Void, and we're going to use it. And what this means is that the issue hasn't really been decided. Way is completely open, and it's up to you. That can be super exciting, or it can be super daunting. It just kind of depends on you, of course. So what we're going to do now is we're going to draw our spirit animal. Koala spirit. So while the way is open, it seems that your spirit has a plan. I wonder what that plan is. That should be super, super interesting. And we're going to consult with the book on that one. Hope you don't mind if I just lay my tea right here, because there are no cards sitting right there. We'll see. Koala spirit. Here we are. So in nature, the koala moves slowly through the branches of the eucalyptus tree, leisurely chewing the leaves, reminding us that life is not a race or a competition. Chasing around after every distraction can keep us from recognizing that we have all we need, that spirit will always be there with gifts to sustain us. You're being asked to trust that by moving slowly with faith in the abundance that is everywhere, surrendering to a power greater than yourself, you will be able to experience the manifestation of your desire. As you take your time enjoying the riches available to you right now, sitting peacefully, you begin to radiate the joy and abundance you seek. Spirit is here to help you discover happiness, pleasure, and contentment. All gifts that are yours now and in the future. Have faith and trust in Spirit's plan for you, and know that you are loved and cherished. Don't think I could have put that one any better myself. So, we got a lot of cards to get through. I am definitely not going to get this one uploaded in the next 5 minutes, so much less edit it. So, there we go. We're just going to go past, present, and future as always. We've got a Knight of Swords, Queen of Cups, and a Two of Cups. And we've said before that the Two of Cups, I'm going to kind of start with the future there. That's an emotional decision, and it's one that also kind of symbolizes a partnership. So we got to really understand what this partnership is all about. And so for that, the Knight of Swords, that's a swift action, and our intelligence, of course, our swift acting on ideas today, or actually this weekend, this entire weekend, as a matter of fact, because that's what this reading's about. This entire weekend may be a good time to go ahead and start taking action on some of those ideas you've had. Definitely trust your intuition. That's what that Queen of Cups is. She is intuition personified. And when you have intuition, trusting your gut on those partnerships that you're looking at, on those cooperations, those connections, and partnerships you have, will do better. So, let's go to the White Light Oracle, find out what's going on there. So, what light do you have to shed for us on this potential partnership, looks like? And we've got Telepathy of Terra Mother, Vulva of Sather, and the Bastet of 174 Hertz. That's kind of interesting. We've got Sather coming up in here, so definite female energy, looks like, maybe. By the way, Sather or Sather in Norse culture was considered magic. That magic was mostly practiced by women, and it was seen as unmanly to practice that type of magic. There were certain types of magic, that is. Let's see with the telepathy card there. I want to go have a look at that. Here we go. So, this is telepathy of the Mother Earth. So the pathway to your spiritual fulfillment and the sacred manifestation of your purpose is not necessarily logical and will evolve organically. The skillful and unpredictable workings of the Earth Mother are supporting your soul journey unconditionally. Following up on inspired ideas and allowing for unexpected shifts in direction are integral to the manifestation of your soul purpose. Commit to an idea that feels good to your heart. Even if it seems improbable or unattainable, it will manifest successfully. So are we taking risks? Is that what's going on? I kind of hope that's the case. Because taking risks usually means greater the risk, the greater the reward. Okay. I'm screwing that up here. Okay. So your inner spiritual power can heal circumstances in your life and in our world in ways greater than you realize. Journey within to gain clarity and conscious redirection of your energies toward that which you wish to manifest. Don't try to control what is happening. Instead, work to bring positive influence to bear so that you may contribute constructively towards shaping the outcome for the greatest good. It says, from the Norse traditions of Scandinavia comes the sorcery of Seidr, the practice of cracking open an egg in order to read, also shape the future. I don't know, that's quite the definition. So, definitely don't try to control it. Let it kind of, this is speaking a lot to flow. We know water tends to flow, and water has popped up quite a bit, and when the wind moves upon the water, which that sword is an air sign, when air moves upon the water, it does tend to move it, doesn't it? Alright, so we have that last one, the best out of 174 hertz. That one's not really all that clear to me, so definitely having to look that one up. Here we go. You've been moving so fast for so long that you're not realizing how wound up you've become. Gently unwind now to drop into a deeper, slower healing rhythm, and you will restore your body, mind, and soul. Things which seem too difficult right now shall soon seem very manageable and even pleasurable to accomplish. And of course we got that Egyptian cat head goddess, Bastet. The healing frequency of 174 hertz is known as the pain-relieving frequency. A natural anesthetic, it is a musical version of the similar low-frequency purring of a cat. The cat's purr is considered medically therapeutic, as is 174 hertz. This frequency creates an experience of grounding and slowing down. There's that slowing down again. And evokes deep healing for the body and mind, providing love and peace to organs and tissues, strengthening your bones and your soul. So, my advice, go on YouTube and look up, just type in 174 hertz. Find a video or a black screen, let it ride, listen to it, or you can probably find it on Spotify, I'm not sure. I've really never looked to Spotify for that kind of thing. So, now, we've been into the realm of the, the spiritual, that high bit there, intuition. Now we need to see how do we authenticate that, because this is really where the focus came to me this morning, was we want to live our most authentic lives. We want to be completely real with others. And I did a rune interpretation last night where I mentioned, how did I put this? You do need to be not in your truth, but in the truth. Okay? You do need to be able to communicate very clearly with others, that which doesn't really make a lot of sense. Some are not very spiritual people, but if you're telling them, let's just say you're going on a road trip, right? Because the runes last night that I interpreted were Ansu's Raito, and of course, what was that last one? No, I can't remember. Anyway, But I interpreted those runes as basically you need to take a journey to and through both your heart, your soul, and your mind in order to bring about healing. For Kano, that was the last one. In order to achieve that healing and growth, you need to be able to clearly communicate that to someone, because the journey is what's really most important. That's where you're going to get your wisdom and all that good stuff. But you need to be authentic with it. And so that's what Sacred Rebels is all about, is being authentic. And we have going beyond normal, big bold vision, and follow your own rhythm. Now remember, the white light oracle cards are telling you to kind of slow down. You're wound up, and the tighter you wind up a spring, the more likely it is to just snap. And I think it's what's causing a lot of our problems these days. We're all wound up. We're all just really tightly wound to the point where we're gonna pop. And if we don't slow down, and we don't take a breath, and we don't take a step back and ask ourselves, what is this? We will absolutely pop, we will snap, we will go insane, and that is never a good place to be. So what I really want to do is focus right now on how do we make that into something authentic that we can relate. So let's see, going beyond normal, I think we're supposed to think outside the box a little bit, and then 39. Okay. And we're also supposed to keep our vision not in check, but in mind. So there's a time and place for logic, strategy, planning, and measurable outcomes. They're not bad tools to have, but we must be vigilant not to worship them or allow them to quash our less rational but equally valuable decision-making tools. Intuition, feelings, those things you know without knowing how you know them. The flowing inspirational energy of the heart can have no conceivable basis in logic or reason and still be uncannily accurate. To remain rebellious, we must not sacrifice the art of emotion, instinct, passion, and intuition for the science of logic and strict planning. On the other hand, gardening and art do provide us with a plan, albeit more loosely held. This plan still requires us to set aside time, draw upon reliable methods, and prepare with certain tools. However, there is also a healthy dose of organic flow, responsiveness, and trust in the creative process of bringing something to life. This leads to the cultivation of the most beautiful, abundant, and successful garden and most vivid healing art. You're being asked to stay open to your intuitive approach in your life and your work and your creativity, as well as your spiritual journey. The intuitive approach can be likened to the method of a gardener or an artist. There is a sense of what might work, where and a loose or even detailed plan, but how the plan is carried out will depend on and respond to the flow of its surroundings. There's no need to control the situation, but rather a desire to nurture an idea to fruition. Weren't we talking about that before? I think we were. Don't try to control it. Let it flow, but be ready to apply the brakes every once in a while. Slow it down, kind of just properly guide, see where it takes you. So, with that big bold vision card, you were not born to play a small role in life. You have the ability to dream big, even if you have no idea about how your vision can come to pass or what all the details may look like. You can access the heart and guts of a vision by tapping into your wildest dreams and surrendering attachment to exactly how it will all work out. The details are up to the creative genius of the universe. You are an active contributing participant, but not the sole player in your life journey. And finally, this oracle brings you the special message that you cannot miss what you are destined for, nor will you gain anything by trying to push yourself. Trust in the life cycles within, and you will feel the perfect balance between effort and surrender, discipline and letting go. When it is time for the rhythm of rest, you will feel a natural slowing within and be drawn into contemplation and environments that are more gentle, spacious, or nourishing, and perhaps more peaceful. There you go. I think that's a good enough message there. Don't worry. If you missed it, we'll be back to sum up. The final thing is, what are the secrets that the void and the koala spirit? The koala spirit, remember, the koala spirit has a plan. It's a good thing to have a plan, even if it's just kind of a loose one right now. So we have I was, Wunyo, and Elhaz. Okay, so I was, we know that is the grave, that is things coming to an end there, but it's also the beginning of something, is it not? We've talked about that one before. But it's also defense. It's trustworthiness, protection, and motivation. Wunyo is definitely our comfort, our joys, pleasures, fellowship, glory. Wunyo is always that raised flag you see. I was is also always that things are coming to an end. We can see the sort of that monument with the tools laid down, that rest. But we also have Elhaz or Algiz, that is protection, and that's a good sign. Oh, there you are. Yeah. So we're warding off evil, and I think we're good. Let me sum this up for you. So right now, nothing has been decided. This weekend, everything is open. All the possibilities are there. So your spirit does have a plan. Now, just because the gods have said we're going to kind of leave it up to you, doesn't mean that you can't consult with your own spirit and figure this thing out. Swiftly acting on ideas, it may be time for that. Maybe it's just time to jump on an idea. What I'm saying here is, you're going to have to understand that you're going to need help. You're going to have to kind of take it slow. These ideas that you have, while getting on them immediately, this is more forming that plan immediately. And remember, just let it kind of develop organically. This may not turn out the way you think, but it's definitely going to turn out the way you need. We have that pulse of the Mother Earth. We have this, which is you're going to create your own magic, but you're going to have to take it kind of slow, and you're going to have to do a little meditation here. You're really going to have to consult with yourself. This is pointing at this. This is pointing at this. So this is the union of you and your spirit, and this is how it's accomplished. You're going to do a little outside the box thinking. Remember, you have a huge vision in play, but you're going to have to let it play out organically, and make sure that you follow that rhythm that comes from this. Now, don't worry about certain things kind of going to the side, certain things dying. Things are looking good, okay? And furthermore, it's protected. So don't worry too much. Just go ahead and get into it. Start doing it. The minute you start, the minute you begin to plan, is the minute that everything goes into place. And if it all falls apart, it's not that big a deal, because it's going to take on a new life somewhere. That vision isn't going away. Your outside the box thinking isn't going to go away. Dancing to your own rhythm is not going to go away. And you can do all of these knowing that you're protected. Alright, so that's really all I have for you today. I'm sorry about the interruption, the uninvited guest there. Oh my goodness. Like I said, we suffer every kind of thing going on this channel. In the meantime, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, songs, saying something's, nothing's, notes, please drop them in the comment box below. Please leave a like, share, and subscribe. It would actually mean more to me if you shared it. And I love you all. Have a great weekend. And as always, I appreciate every single one of you. Shine on.